All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahuwah, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us all this truth through well. And Shalom to the Akim out there, to the Akwath, listening, learning, increasing in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. I wanted to go into, what is Sinister, all right? Which I've done before, but I wanted to bring out this video, this time, hopefully, Lord willing, in the spirit and power of Yahuwah Shem Yahushai to edify. So let me play this video clip real quick.
Their deathbeds. The man you see right here is Anton LaVey. He is the founder of the Church of Satan in America. And on his deathbed, he said something that was a little frightening. These are his last words. Oh my, what have I done? There's something very wrong, there's something very wrong, there's something very wrong.
And on his deathbed, he must have got some revelation or an angelic appearance or something. And he went into shock and he said, oh my, what have I done? He said, there's something very wrong.
This is another famous occultic Satanist from the early 1900s. He is known as the father of the New Age movement, and also the father of the sexual and culture counter-revolution in the 60s and 70s, and also the drug revolution. This man's name is Aleister Crowley. He's an occultist, a warlock. He's been in many cults, and he created his own cult as well. According to witnesses, before he died, he would pace around his room. He looked frightened and worried. And these were his last words before he died. I am perplexed, aka I am confused. You ever wonder what the last words are?
Alright, so these Satanists, these left-handed men, that come in the left-handed spirit, they tried following after the left hand, all right, and at the end, one said he was perplexed, and the other one said that there was something very wrong, all right, and reason for that, all right, is first I want to get this. The word sinister means threatening or portending evil, harm or trouble, ominous, bad, evil, base, or wicked, fell, unfortunate, disastrous, unfavorable, which that would be the true meaning, all right, but the meaning of sinister is of or on the left side, the left, all right, nothing noting the side of an execution. All right, let's look that word up real quick. A shield or emblem bearing a coat of arms. It says, or achievement of arms that is on the left of the bearer, opposed to dexter, all right, which is the right hand. All right, it says in the origin of sinister, late Middle English, Latin, on the left hand or side, hence unfavorable or injurious. Okay, that's what the word sinister or sinister, okay, that's what that word means. And if you look up the movie Sinister, okay, it's about this demon, okay, that tries to take over children's minds and so on and so forth. All right, but this is 1 Kings 22:8. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imalah, by whom we may acquire of the Lord, Yahuwah, but I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. All right, first let's look up this word evil, which means unfavorable, right? So it says, I hate him, doth not prophesy good concerning me, but concerning evil, which is ra'ai, all right, which as we know is evil. In the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, we say the word ra'ai, which means evil. All right, it says bad, evil, disagreeable, malignant, displeasant, sad, unhappy, evil deeds, actions, evil, distress, misery, injury, calamity. All right, so injurious is also part of the definition. It says, verse 9, then the king of Israel called an officer and said, hasten hither Micaiah the son of Imalah. All right, and the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat the king of Judah sat each one on his throne, having to put on their robes in a void place, in the entrance of the gate of Samaria, and all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah the son of Hananiah made him horns of iron, and said, Thus saith Yahuwah, with these shalt thou push the Syrians until thou have consumed them. And all the prophets prophesied so, saying, Go up to Ramoth Gilead, and prosper, for Yahuwah shall deliver it into the king's hand. And the messenger that was gone to Micaiah spake unto him, saying, Behold, now the words of the prophet declare good unto the king with one mouth. Let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good. And Micaiah said, As Yahuwah liveth, what Yahuwah said unto me, that will I speak. Okay, so this whole story goes into the going to war, all right, of Israel and Judah, all right, going against the Assyrian. So the northern kingdom of Israel, all right, has always been wicked, all right, and the Most High wasn't with that, so they were looking for a prophet that would be a lying prophet, okay, in favor of northern Israel, that said that he was a prophet of the Most High. But as we know, Micaiah was a man of the Lord. All right, so 1 Kings 22:19, it says, And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of Yahuwah. I saw Yahuwah sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on the right hand and on his left. Okay, so that would be the Dexos and the Sinistros, right? Which that word sinister again means evil. It means injurious. It means misfortunate or unfortunate. Okay, displeasant. Okay, and that's the left-hand side of the Most High, man. That's how it is, and that's why these wicked men were were perplexed and in disbelief, because the Most High is the one that was in charge the whole time. All right, this is let me get Salak. Tobit 13 and verse 1. Then Tobit wrote a prayer of rejoicing and said, Blessed be Yahuwah that liveth forever, and blessed be his kingdom. He doth scourge and has mercy. He leadeth down to hell and bringeth up again. All right, so he leads you to death, and then he brings you back again. He brings you to life again. It says, Neither is there any that can avoid his hand. You see? Neither is there any that can avoid his hand. Why? Because the hand of the Most High are really what brings the world to go round, as they say. That's what makes the world work. The hands of the Most High, man. That's why it says, I believe it was the book of John. Let me go down here. Book of Hebrews, it's Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. You see? It's a fearful thing, man. The Most High can take you out, and the Most High can bring you in. That's why also in the book of Romans, what was it? Romans 11, I believe. Go to it. Says, let's see. This is Romans 11:11. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid. But rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Now if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness? For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office. Let me just jump down. Actually, you know what? It was Romans 9. Salak. Romans 9. And Scripture saith unto Pharaoh. This is Romans 9 and 18. Therefore he hath mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth. Thou wilt say unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who has resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, Why hast thou made me thus? Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, that he might make known the riches of his glory and the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory? You see? So the Most High is the one that's in absolute control, man. You know? The Most High is the one that's in absolute control. There's another one in it was the book of, which one was it? 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 1. It said, and he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightened, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitudes of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, or e'er the present years were sought out, or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered a faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things, and they were all made through me alone, and through none other. By me also shall they be ended, and by none other. You see? So these guys thinking that they can oppose the Most High, okay? Aleister Crowley and then this Satanist, okay? The Most High controls everything, you know? When Aleister Crowley said he was perplexed, let's look up that word, Salak. Wrong one. Let's look up that word. Perplex. It says to cause to be puzzled or bewildered over what is not understood or certain, confused mentality. Okay? And why was he confused? Because the understanding wasn't given to him. Understanding wasn't given to Aleister Crowley. The understanding wasn't given to Satanists. All right? The full understanding wasn't given to anybody else but the men of Yahuwah Shem Yahushai. They're the ones that are the children of light. They're the light bearers. Okay? They're the ones that have this puzzle put together. You know? And even though our understanding isn't as vast as the knowledge of the Most High, the understanding we carry is enough to know what's good, what's bad, and what's meant for salvation. You know? It says to hamper with complications, confusion, or uncertainty. What was he uncertain of? Which side he was on. Okay? He didn't know which side he was on, not knowing that he was still doing the will of the Most High. You see? Why? Because when the Most High called for a council, okay, it said, standing by him on his right hand and on his left hand were who? Were the host of heaven, man. Which means, in the book of Job, Job chapter 1 and verse 1, there was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and the man was perfect and upright, one that feared the Most High, and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep, and 3,000 camels, and 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 she-asses, and very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all men of the east. Okay? So this is the book of Job. Now when you jump down, it says, verse 6, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan came along them. You see? Came also among them. Why? Because the Most High, whenever he calls in for a council, you have to go. All right? It's not like at work when they call a council or a meeting and you're like, I'm going to decide to skip on this one. You know, and you call in sick or whatever the case is. All right? The left hand and the right hand presented themselves before the Most High, before the throne. You see? That's why in 1 Kings 22:19, all right, it says, I saw Yahuwah sitting on his throne, okay, as the boss, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on the right hand and on his left, which is the right hand angels, and the left hand angels, which are the evil spirits, or the Sinisters. Okay, the demons. Those are part of the left hand of the Most High. Okay, they do his bidding, his will. You see, that's why Yahuwah said, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." As part of the prayer goes. You know, thy will be done on heaven or on earth as it is in heaven. That means the will of the Most High goes, regardless of what we want. Okay, and if we fall short, that was part of it. This is Job 1 and 6 again. Now there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan came along among them. You see, which is what? Another son of the Most High. You see? The Most High is in absolute control of everything, man. Okay? The Most High doesn't sit on his throne worried what Satan's going to do or what Edom's going to do. You see? The Most High calls the shots. It says, verse 7, and Yahuwah said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered Yahuwah and said, from going to and fro on the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Yahuwah said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? Why is the Most High going to talk to Satan? Okay? Why is the Most High going to talk to Satan like he's, a friend? Or like he's one of his workers, his employees? You see? If this man is supposed red man with a pitchfork and, he's so powerful, he opposes the Most High and all the angels and this and that, the Most High is telling him about it. It says that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, and that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil. Then Satan answered Yahuwah and said, doth Job fear the Most High for naught? Hast thou not made an edge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the hand. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. Okay? And what happened? The Most High gave him authority, gave Satan authority. Satan doesn't go in and do what he wants to do. Okay? He doesn't go in and do whatever he wants to do. This is all according to the will of the Most High. You see? 1 Kings 22:19. And he said, hear thou therefore the word of Yahuwah. I saw Yahuwah sitting on the throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And Yahuwah said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead, or Ramoth Gilead? And one said in this manner, and another said on that manner. Okay, so the right hand said this, and the left hand said that. And then it says, and there came forth a spirit, okay, which is on the left hand, and stood before Yahuwah and said, I will persuade him. And Yahuwah said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, Yahuwah hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and Yahuwah hath spoken evil concerning thee. But Zedekiah the son of Hananiah went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek, and said, which way went the spirit of Yahuwah from me to speak unto thee? And Micaiah said, behold, thou shalt see in the day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself. You see? So Micaiah said the same thing that everybody else said. You're going to go and you're not going to succeed. You're going to die. What he continued to say, But Yahuwah sent a lying spirit, okay, Satan, through these false prophets to prophesy on behalf of Zedekiah, to prophesy on behalf of the northern kingdom and its king. You see? Through who? through Satan. You know? So these wicked men, all right, these wicked men were perplexed, all right, because Yahuwah Shem Yahushai revealed it to them. Salak. Revealed it to them, okay? Who calls the shots? His left hand. All right? His left side and his right side. You see? Let's see if I can find this one. Let's see. This is Job 16:11. The Most High hath delivered me to the ungodly and turned me over into the hands of the wicked. Okay, because it belongs to the Most High to give you over. You know? This is let me see. Let's see. Let me start off Daniel 3:15. I believe there's a point down here. Let me see if I can find that one too. Gone. Verse 24. So this is Daniel 3 and verse 15. It says, now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you fall down and worship the image which I have made, all right, which was Nebuchadnezzar. Well, which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast that same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? All right, so this man was placing himself above what he was, right? Because everything belongs to the Most High, man. All right, from the atoms to the molecules to the elements to the people to everything that you can see and everything you can't see. It all belongs to the Most High. So if it's his will to where, say, we're being guillotined, and he decides that guillotine is going to go right through you, or it's going to break as soon as it touches your neck, all right, who are we to stand in the way of the Most High? You know? Let's see. It was of null effect. Let's see, judgment. This is Daniel 3:24. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast these 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of the Most High. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth in the midst of the fire, and the princes, governors, and captains, and kings' counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was a hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's words, and yielded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any god except their own God. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, and cause there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. And afterward, what happened to King Nebuchadnezzar? He was put out by the Most High, so that he knew that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men. And I believe that's over here. Yep. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, Yahuwah, ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and he setteth up over it the basest of men. You see? So the Most High rules in this kingdom, man. So you want to follow after wickedness, after the ways of the world, then go ahead and do that. But you're going to fall short when you find out that you're working for the left hand of the Most High, man. And that same God that Esau, Edom hates, the same God that these people want to say is not real, that's the one that caused you to fall, through his spirits. There's another one that says, there's plenty of scriptures that prove that, but there's another one that says that evil spirits were made for the day of evil, and that day of trouble, when it comes, those evil spirits are going to be jumping on people, man. And if you're not protected by Yahuwah Shem Yahushai, you're going to fall short. You see? So, the Most High rules in the kingdom of men. So I hope that was edifying. And with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahuwah Shem Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Shalom.